Hey, what's up again, everybody? This is going to be Jund League number 16 on my YouTube channel, and coming at you live here on Twitch as well at Junderdome. It's going to be the exact same list as leagues number 15 and 14. I mentioned yesterday that if I were to bring a Jund list to a big event tomorrow, it would probably be something very close to this. It's a pretty stock shell. Again, still trying out Cling to Dust, but it's been impressive so far, so continuing to try it and continuing to like it. So I'm not going to go into explanations for specific cards too much because I've done that ad nauseum in the past couple of videos. So let's just go ahead and jump right into what we expect to see. Only real shifts since yesterday is Gruul actually finally broke its number 5 spot and subverted Blue-White Stoneblade in the 4th slot. Burn remaining 5, Tron remaining 7, Laris Agger also creeping up to 8, and Jund originally at 10, went up to 9, and now back down to 12. Everything else still the same. So let's jump into the league. Right off the bat, we're hitting our Uro matchup. Not the worst. Looks like the opponent was leaning kind of hard on the power of Remand. So hopefully they just don't draw anything good to do. So now I have to determine what I want to do here. I think I'm going to get the Glyph down because it's the fastest clock. And I really want to race this Field of the Dead. Traditionally, I think this matchup's very resource-oriented, but I'm in the position now where I know they don't have a whole lot of interaction early, that maybe I can sneak under this Field of the Dead by hitting for a lot early. Fetch land would be good. Alright, well we hit a land, so that's good. Pretty sure I want to get the Scavenging Ooze down just as another mode of pressure. If they have something like a Mana Leak, I'll want to do this before combat, because it'll add creature to the yard and make my Glyph hit for more. So what I hope they don't have now is Growth Spiral. Alright. Oh, so it's Bant. Think I'm going to save this Cling to Dust for potential Uros. We know it's their cryptic turn. Fetch land's nice. We can combo that with our Renin 6, although we know they have cryptic. So I'm assuming they're going to want to counter the cryptic command. Counter the Renin 6 with the cryptic command. They may choose to tap our team though, so I think I should attack first. I'm going to be getting green source untapped anyway, so I guess I can do it now kind of free. Looks like just another overgrown too. They just let it resolve. That's interesting. They're just trying to buy some time. Yeah, it makes some sense. So that means they're going to be able to get their Field of the Dead online next turn. They're going to get 2 zombies with the Misty. I can eat something now, and then maybe they get Mystic Sanctuary. Which means they get 1 less zombie next turn. If they try to get Mystic Sanctuary and target it, I can Cling to Dust it. They're not expecting me to be able to eat something again, so this could be good. Terminate isn't great. So if I Bloodbraid now, I can potentially attack for 5. Although Goyf gets through zombies without having to grow. Another cryptic command here could be bad. But I mean, when they have mana up, that's the time to cast the Bloodbraid. I mean, the odds I hit another Renin 6 are on the low side, but I think I want to keep up a green, so I can just get a basic now. So I guess I should also just buy this back now. Nice one. Ooh, and it just like snap resolved. No Uro discard, please. Alright, cool. So they get to the Field of the Dead now, which is going to make a zombie. We can Edict the first zombie to get in again. It's an Uro. Hour of Promise, jeez. So that can get another Field of the Dead and another land. That gets them 4 zombies, right? Yep. Alright, so I'm drawing the Maelstrom Pulse now. I mean, Maelstrom Pulse means I get to kill them right now. Means I could plus Liliana, discard a creature, attack for 6, or I could just like attack them and ping them. So we're still drawing to only Maelstrom Pulse. That's in a row. Alright, well, fetch land means even Pulse doesn't do it. They're just not giving me a window to eat the Euro either. Another fetch. That's not good for me. I mean, I'm still alive to Maelstrom Pulse. Each one of these fetches is 2 zombies at instant speed though, so that's pretty rough. They're just like all coming at me. Say, okay. Yeah, this Field of the Dead's too good. Not gonna do it. Okay, so let's bring in some Spell Bombs. Let's bring in Colossus. Let's bring in Ashiok. Let's bring in some Pillages. Let's bring in some Alpine Moons. And let's bring in some Collector Brutalities. Let's trim some Inquisitions. Trim some Kolaghan's Commands. Trim a Renin 6. Trim the Lightning Bolts. Trim the 1-for-1 spot removal. Trim a Goyf. Well, the Goyf is like one of my better clocks. I guess we can trim one Liliana. Just gonna play around the Veil from now on. I don't really have anything that cares about it now, and this growth spiral could be gnarly. Yeah, I really don't want them to be able to cryptic command ahead of schedule. No Remand, please. Alright, so the shock could just mean they're going to Veil of Summer if I target them. So I'll just target myself. Don't think this will shrink the Goyf significantly. In fact, it grows it. Tef. Yep. Tef is dirty because it's going to stop the cascade on my elf. Pillage, not bad. Although their Veil of Summer is down now. We've got another Teferi. Just take the other Teferi. Nice. It's time for the good old-fashioned second main Bloodbraid Elf. Looks like it. Sup, Snapcaster? Value indeed. Counter bounce and Ashiok. Rude. Sounds good starting with an attack, especially because they have Cryptic. Oh, they have Path too? Yikes. I think I'm just going to go for the Pillage here. It's their only source of white, and the breeding pools are redundant, so they don't count for the Field of the Dead. Yikes, so they're putting Cryptic on top and then countering this. Counter draw. I mean, this is risky for them. It's like if I have untapped land, they get punished, but I don't. Not bad. Bad. We're drawing all the answers. So I guess this is going to be a turn of clean the dust something to draw a card and then have up the spell bomb in case something happens in response. Jeez, they're drawing hot. Yeah, they're drawing hot and we are not. Well, they can't cryptic this turn. So we've got that going for us. Ooh, Bob's a good one. This is one of the better spots to draw it, too. Alright, so if I target myself, if I target them, they can veil it. So I should probably just target myself. Feed the Cling to Dust. Right, and I guess Mana Leak is something they could have. Bob was a good one. Still gotta beat this Teferi though. Tuck that. I want to fetch beforehand so I can maybe draw it again at some point. Probably. I mean, I guess they drew an answer to the Bob, or they plan on crypticking the Bob. I see. So now they're just going to Field of the Dead. I think I Field of the Dead plus a land, get 2 zombies. Can't get 2 Field of the Deads. They've got 2 breeding pools. Yeah, they've just drawn like absurdly well. We don't even have like the out of Maelstrom Pulse because they still have the Veil. I'd have to draw like Inquisition and the Maelstrom Pulse. And I could attack both the Teferi, that'll kill their zombies. Kind of seems like the play, however bad it sounds. Really wish I had a removal spell. Keep feeding the Cling. Yeah, I can't win anymore. These zombies just kill me and I can't even spell bomb them. I can't even Maelstrom Pulse them because of the Veil. Yeah, I think we can beat the teamer version. But Bant seems much worse for us between Path to Exile and Teferi. Dredge-Vine. Luckily, we took their exactly one payoff. And we have one of our better threats against them, too. Funny thing is, I'm pretty sure we're not favored still. I could bolt them to add a type and hit a little harder, but I think I'm going to want to use a bolt to swing or ace, killing a Vengevine. Whoa. Not expecting that. Don't think I can beat that Uro. This is getting blocked anyway. So I guess I kill it. I just like have to have them discard a card too. Kind of rough. I could have myself discard a card. But that seems bad too. When I discard Vengevine, makes sense. Hit another Vengevine, rough. Not great. So can they escape the Uro? They have blue, blue, green, green. They can. Gonna need a Liliana. Gonna need either second lightning bolt would do it. It's the harder way to do it. What else does it? I guess Maelstrom Pulse does it. Terminate, Abrupt Decay. You got a fair number of things that kill it. 4 Lilianas, 3 bolts, Terminate, Abrupt Decay. That's 10. Not one of them. May just have to block and then bolt it. But they can just escape it again. Yeah, I'm done here. I think on the play I'll bring in the Brutality because it'll hit the glimpses. Don't think I have enough time for Bob. Don't think I have enough time for Ren and 6s. Terminate and Abrupt Decay don't seem like the kind of fight I should be fighting. Bloodbraid costs a lot of mana. Don't think I'm going to overload on the Brutality stuff. I still have all the Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes. Speaking of which, maybe I should just go down to Thoughtseize. Let's go down Liliana's. Going down Liliana's seems more correct than going down Abrupt Decay and Terminate. And then at that point I can just get the Bloodbraid back in here. Yeah. Turn 1 Thoughtseize to hopefully take their only payoff. Or I guess Enabler. And then turn 2 Scavenging Ooze to help stop the busted draws. Would like a Spell Bomb. But I don't think I can ship this. Alright, they had one enabler. And then I guess I'll run out the Goyf first, given the fact they have a Fatal Push. Pretty nice of them to not let them Fatal Push this turn. That's good. So now I guess I'll get basic Forest. I mean, I guess I get Overgrown Tomb. One of these lands is shocking, so it's probably best to do it sooner rather than later, so my mana is better earlier. So I guess this will be Overgrown Tomb and this will be Forest. Alright, well that's one of their new cards. Alright, so now they don't have a Fatal Push. At least as far as I know. Uro? Yep. Let's get that thing out of there. Alright, I think playing Bloodbraid's probably a trap here. I think I just really want to make sure they can't get anything stupid going with their graveyard. Sure, I can bolt that, eat that. I guess I could have eaten my own Goyf there. Guess I'll do it now, make the clock a little bit faster. Still think I should avoid anything stupid happening with their graveyard as opposed to just playing Bloodbraid. It'll suck if they find an Assassin's Trophy or a Fatal Push. But their enablers are far more common, I think. There's an enabler. Alright, I guess I'll eat one more thing to mitigate Uros. I think Bloodbraid's still a trap. Really want to get this damage in though. So I guess I'll Maelstrom Pulse the Stitcher Supplier and still have 2 green available. And I'm aware I could like do 2 more damage to them, but I think I want to stop shenanigans more than anything. Cool. It's possible I want Plague Engineer. Probably do, right? Because they have all the zombie stuff. I probably should have had those in the beginning. Take out Kolaghan's Command. Kolaghan's Command can buy back that kind of stuff. But I don't know if I have that kind of time. Brutality gets worse while I'm on the draw and I can't take things like Glimpse. But I don't know what I would play over just 2 brutalities. I guess Red and 6 can kill like silver smote ghouls. The thing that comes back if they gain 3 more life. So maybe it's good just for that purpose. I think I'll keep the brutality. It's not great though. I guess Run and 6 can also kill the Stitcher Supplier, but that's not something I always want to do. Yeah, I mean, I think I've convinced myself. I mean, it could also come up that I really want to hit like a 3rd land for one of these things. It's not great. Let's see a Spell Bomb. I think in the past 3 times I've played against this deck, I've lost game 1, won game 2, and then have lost game 3. Hopefully we break the pattern, but so far we're following. Yikers. Yeah, it's missing a threat. I guess I'm going turn 1 Spell Bomb, turn 2 Inquisition, hold up Spell Bomb. May want to bolt to like hit a Dredge-Vine down. Pulse is a good catch-all, like if they've got multiples of something, but I think it's gonna be a little on the slow side. Maybe I should bottom Abrupt Decay instead of the Pulse. I definitely feel like it's either Pulse or Abrupt Decay. Alright, so let's think. So we're going turn 1 Bomb, turn 2 Inquisition. The turn after that, if we hit a land, we could Abrupt Decay and Lightning Bolt. Feels bad, but I think it's the best thing to do, especially since it costs just the most mana. Supplier. Alright, so they'll get to cast that Gravecrawler. I could Inquisition them here. If they only have one more... If they only have one more payoff, or sorry, one more enabler, it's good for us. What's up, James? We're not doing too well so far. We're 0-1 and this is game 3, and this is a pretty bad matchup, and we've got a key decision here already on turn 1. Yeah, this stream has been live for 51 minutes and 3 seconds. Right now we're figuring out if we should Inquisition them or just get the spell bomb down to stop a bunch of shenanigans. I think I'm gonna Inquisition, however bad it feels. Because if they've got a glimpse, I'm gonna really want to take it. They don't. They've got a force and no blue card. Honestly, I'm just going to take the force. It's too big of a deal if this spell bomb gets countered. This is Dredge-Vine. So they have a bunch of self-mill like Citrus Supplier. They play Glimpse the Unthinkable, which targets a player and mills 10. And then they play a bunch of stuff out of their graveyard, like a Gravecrawler, because stuff like Citrus Supplier is a zombie, and then they trigger the Vengevines out of their graveyard, and they all come back and hit for a lot. They also play stuff like Prized Amalgam, they play stuff like Creeping Chill, and they also play Silver Smote Golem. Okay. So I've got an interesting turn here. If they haven't drawn another payoff somehow, it's possible I want to Renin 6 and then plus to get my land back. Then next turn, I can cast Nile Spellbomb. I can Lightning Bolt one of the two things. I can minus my Renin 6 to kill the other thing, and then I can Spellbomb to get them all down. The issue then is I don't know how I'm going to eventually beat this Vengevine. I think it's the highest upside play. I don't think I can win a game otherwise. It's like if I'm just bolting something here, like I have Spellbomb, I guess. I guess that's the way I can do it. So I have Spellbomb. I can Lightning Bolt the Stitcher Supplier, and then crack the Spellbomb without drawing the card. Then on the turn after, I can run in 6 minus to kill the Gravecrawler, but then I don't have a land. Alright, so I guess this is going to be getting basic Swamp next turn. So yeah, I'm going to get the land back. And then this turn here is going to be really critical. Given their hand, I think this is as good as the Renin 6 is going to get. If I want to save the Bolt to kill the Vengevine, I could always... Jeez, they drew a payoff. Or they drew an enabler, rather. Alright, well, I knew about the Misty. So I know their whole hand now. Alright, that bricked, thank God. They got another look at it, though. I'm going to need another brick. Another brick would be huge here. You know that feeling you get when you know it's not going to be a brick? Okay. We actually managed to escape that. No pun intended. Just both at me. Uh-huh. Alright, we've just drawn Swamp. Does that change anything? Pretty sure I'm going to be killing the Gravecrawler with the Renin 6. Killing the Stitcher Supplier. Yes, I want to kill these two things. And then pop the Spellbomb targeting them. I could wait to pop the Spellbomb until they've already triggered the Hesion Crab and mitigate that way. Alright, so let's get the Spellbomb into play before any bullshittery happens. I was trying to think of a more polite way to say that, but That's how I want to say that. Alright, so here goes Spell Bomb. Now we can Lightning Bolt the Stitcher Supplier. We can Lightning Bolt the Gravecrawler, and then we can pop the Spell Bomb. But they'll just get to refill with Hedron Crab. I could just say go after killing something. I would want to kill the Supplier because they just recast this for sure. So let's see if we can make this be a dud as well. No, yeah, this is not a bolt go moment. This is a really think about what could kill me moment. Alright, so they did kind of brick again. That's lucky. So I can now Lightning Bolt the Hedron Crab, because their 2/1 doesn't really do a whole lot. I could Abrupt Decay the Hedron Crab, so that way Lightning Bolt is cheaper later, but if I use the Bolt, I get to draw the card off of the Spell Bomb. Drawing the card's probably better than being 1 more mana efficient. The issue is they're just gonna hard cast this Vengevine with the Misty in play. So maybe I do need to just Abrupt Decay the Hedron Crab and then have the Lightning Bolt for the Vengevine. I'll be taking 4, 6 here. I'll be going to 5. Yeah, I think I'm not getting the card off of the Spell Bomb here. So I think what's going to happen is I'll let them play the land, and then in response to any triggers that may happen, I can pop Spell Bomb. It bites me slightly if they hit another Gravecrawler. Or I could just I should just decay this right now. Yeah, I'll just decay this right now. Yeah, that turn was a thinker. Another way they could punish me is if they draw untapped blue that doesn't put a trigger on the stack. Alright, so I'll have to respond to this or they're going to escape Uro. Alright, so I'm assuming now here comes Vengevine. They can kill the Ren and 6 if they wish. If they don't, I'm going to ping off the Gravecrawler, so maybe they do. Doing my best imitation of gaining 4 life. So I can Bloodbraid Elf now. It'll block the Vengevine, but they do have a Fatal Push. No guarantee they get to use it though. I think I'm going to go for the Bloodbraid Elf, because I mean just bolting the Vengevine means I'm still getting attacked and I'm still on the back foot. This actually has the potential of getting me on the front foot. Like hitting a creature here would be nice, but they could just push that. Ooh. That one's interesting. Alright, I'll pass. So hopefully they don't have a way to revolt this. Jeez. Double Creeping Chill, so I die anyway. So I go to 2 and then they attack for 4 and for 2 and I can only block the 4. Alright, I just died to all the creeping chills in the world. Alright. Nothing I did mattered. I think I made all the right decisions at every key juncture. It just did not matter. Yeah, for those who weren't here, round 1 we played against Bant Uro, which seems much worse for us than Teamer Uro because Bant plays Teferi and Path to Exile. Yeah, James, we drew like pretty moderate. We drew okay. It just didn't matter. Yeah, the 3-2 is still possible. And plus, now we're losers bracket. Here's the deck. We played this person yesterday. Don't remember what they were on. Versus Bant, Seasoned Pyromancer would be amazing. Strong disagree. What does it do? And if the answer is filter, then like what are you filtering to, right? We'll leave the option to bolt. Like if you classify it as just another generic fine creature, like that's not good, you know. The cards that I'm playing in place of Seasoned Pyromancer are also good. In fact, they're Cling to Dust, so it may be better. Because Cling to Dust actually takes care of Uro, or a Seasoned Pyromancer just buys you time. And again, time is not something that we have the luxury of. Alright, so they could have Mutagenic Growth, which would be a pretty big punish. Maybe I should just take 2 and then try to kill this end step. It's a much bigger disaster for me if they've got the Mutagenic Growth. So I'll just take the 2 and then end step, go for the kill. Alright, so we saved ourselves 3 damage in the blowout. That's good. Fatal Push. Cling is fine. It's something to do with our mana, which is appreciated. We can actually take them off of Delirium here if they go for a traverse of some kind. Shadow, yep. So I imagine Artifact is going to be the hardest type to put back in their yard. So let's eat that one. Ooh, we hit a Bolt. Bolt takes care of one of their threats, unless they have another Mutagenic Growth. Alright, backup Liliana is also quite good. I think we should just jam a Liliana and use an Edict. It'll really suck if they have another Mutagenic Growth and we go for a Bolt. I think I just want to make sure that one of their things dies here. Pulse has the potential of 2-for-1ing them, so I guess that's why I'm Liliana-ing instead of pulsing. Yeah. So if they play second Shadow here, maybe we get them. You finish editing your paper yet, James? Still editing? How's it going? Thoughtseize, rude. Although my hand's quite good. So now they have to be scared of second lightning bolt off the top, and then on top of that, all of my spells are good. I could be in trouble to another shadow, because if I can only kill one, yeah. Nice. Alright, so I mean, if they find a way to damage themselves, I do just die. We know they don't have any more lands. Wow, that's become immense. I mean, become immense is a way for them to kill me, so I assume they have another way to kill me. Sounds like you're making good progress, though, right? Alright, now I'm just dead. You're gonna show me the battle rage, too? Okay. Yeah, didn't think we were losing that game, but they had the threats and they had the way to push damage. Alright, Spellbomb gonna be good. Playing Engineer will trade. I think that's all we want. Take out some Thought Seizes. Take out a Run 6. Take out 2 lightning bolts. It's possible I want these Ashiok's over the other lightning bolts. Lightning bolt just never kills anything. Like Ashiok can turn off their delirium. I'm concerned about having all these high costed cards. Maybe just third Run 6 is better than a Kolagon's commands. Although it is going to buy back a creature a fair amount of the time. Let's do this. And hope we just don't get clunked out of the game by drawing all these 3s. I'm gonna keep. I'm hoping the opponent keeps like an Inquisition Thoughtseize hand, and we could like get a card back by them bricking. I really don't feel like going to 5. Oh, that's right. They have Arcanists. Alright, so taking a Bolt was probably bad. Alright, so I guess they're going to Thoughtseize us. We'll get 1 card back, but it feels bad. Stomping Ground? Maybe they just misclicked. Well, they have a lightning bolt. Thing is, though, is if they Thoughtseize, they'll take the U's anyway. So it's kind of like, what do I want them to hit? Yeah, Snapcaster, hand's great. I didn't want to mulligan to 5. And like I was kind of hoping they'd have a Thoughtseize hand. So I am going to play into the Lightning Bolt. I think I'm going to get an Overgrown Tomb, because then I can fetch Mountain. Like if I fetch Stomping Ground, I'm going to want to fetch another Swamp. And I don't want to have 2 swamps. So they'll bolt this, probably Thoughtseize me, but they may just take the turn to get the Arcanist down, which is also bad for me. They didn't bolt it? Why? Got him. Don't know what they were worried about. They could have just bolted this thing. They're still not bolting this thing? I mean, I know they have it. They're just letting me eat stuff out of their yard. That was good. Alright, so I can still get basic forest. Let's do this. This may draw the bolt. No? What are they doing with their lives? Alright, well now I'll take the bolt because this controls the Arcanist. I mean, there were no 2 creatures to eat, so this doesn't get out of bolt range. And I guess I'll eat Death Shadow now. Should I get Stomping Ground and eat it with that? I'm into it. Should I even attack? They're gonna get to play their shadow no matter what. So I guess I will. There goes the Overgrown Tomb, and I assume a 5/5. Yep. And here comes an Arcanist as well. Yep. Liliana? How about another land? I mean, if they target this Thoughtseize and cast it, I think I'll let them cast it, because that gives me outs to win. I mean, they might just not attack with the Arcanist because they know I've got a 3/3. But they've done more questionable things this game, like not kill my ooze when I Inquisition to take a bolt. They're casting Thoughtseize. Alright, so this would put them to 6. They could fetch Shock down to 3, making a 10/10, and then they could Temur Battle Rage it to kill me. Maybe I should just eat this now. I mean, I'm dead to the Battle Rage anyway, right? Because they'll fetch Shock 8, double it 16. So I think I want them to lose the 2 life, because then I could draw like Bloodbraid. I could draw Bloodbraid and just kill them. I mean, if they got the Battle Rage, they got the Battle Rage. Yep, we're dead. So not a great league so far. 0-3. I'll still battle it out. Been getting the short end of the stick pretty much all league. Two pretty horrid matchups into opponent just pretty much having better hands than we had. It be like that sometimes. By the way, I don't think I'll be doing another league after this because it's getting pretty late. And I'm behind on sleep. I'm still in the process of catching up, but I think I will do a double Masters draft. Phantom. Speaking of short end of the stick, here's another short stick. Yeah, sounds good. I'll ditch a Ravine. Although, I don't have a turn 2 play, so I could just ditch like an Overgrown Tomb. I'll have the Blackleaf Cliffs for the Fatal Push on turn 1, then I can have a Ravine next. I mean, I'm on the draw, so I have 2 looks at a 2-drop, so I think I should just bought on the Ravine, so I have the option of going 1, 2, 3. Another bad matchup. Guess I'm going to want to make sure I can get the forest. Honestly, if they Blood Moon me here, I'll just scoop. They don't know that I'm playing Jund yet. What if Foothills is usually just a one of? Like, they might assume I just like kept a hand that generically can't beat a Blood Moon. But hey, they don't have it. Alright, so now that they don't have it, do I just play like it doesn't exist? Don't think I'm gonna play like it doesn't exist, but I will not fetch to keep up a possibility for revolt. Could decay a Utopia Sprawl, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna do a whole lot. I'm still behind on mana with 1 Sprawl left over. Hopefully they play like a Questing Beast and I can just Fatal Push it. If they play something ridiculous like Glorybringer, I've got a Liliana for it. But I don't know how I'm beating their follow-ups. Why they didn't empty my mana, I don't know. But I'll take it. I could shock this, and if they draw Blood Moon, I can float the mana in response. And I mean, I guess in the off chance that they draw it, I'll want to keep playing, so I'll shock it. If they don't draw it exactly this turn, I think I'm going to pretend like it doesn't exist and just get a Blood Crypt. That's annoying. They're adding red. Uh-oh. Well, looks like I'm taking 5 this turn. I could Blood Crypt tapped and try to Liliana Edict it. But as it stands, this Chandra is going to be wildly difficult to eat. Maybe what I have to do... How much damage do I take if I Fetch Shock, Lightning Bolt Chandra, try to top deck a land, Kolaghan's command their draw step to kill the Chandra and their card in hand, but in that process I get attacked for 4. That's a total of 9. Then I can untap an Edict. That's asking for quite a lot. Should probably just decay this. This is a pretty key decision point, though. Obviously, they still have, like, 15 cards in their deck that I can't beat if they draw it. Namely, Blood Moon, Glorybringer, more Bone Crushers, Bloodbraid Elf. Alright, well, I'm glad I used the Decay now because I did Brick on the land, which was the most likely scenario. I'll play the Ooze. If they're enticed to Flame Slash it, I can at least bolt down the Chandra and be done with that. Or they could just draw their own Lightning Bolt. Yep. And this is why the matchup's horrid. Obviously I'm missing land drops, but they did pillage me. This matchup is really, really rough. So I'd love to kill the Pyromancer, but I also need to not die to a Chandra emblem. So I really need this bolt to kill the Chandra, but I would really also like this Renin 6 to live. So I think I just have to bolt this, and I'm priced into Kolaghan's commanding to do 2 damage to the Chandra. I can Edict that with Liliana, but then I'm getting emblemed. Alright, well I'm not beating Emblem, and I'm not beating a Gargaroth, so I think the only play I have is to cast Bloodbraid and just hope it hits Maelstrom Pulse or my other Liliana or a Terminate. Because I need this Chandra to not be at 7, but I also can't beat Gargaroth. Like, I could have used the Renin 6 to ping this, but, like, ultimately I don't think I'm winning that game. I mean, I don't think I'm winning this game either. But, like, in the world where this cascades into a way to kill the Gargaroth, I think I actually might win. Odds are low, but I think this is one of the only points where I'm going to have where I actually have a chance at turning the tide. Because, like, if I Liliana minus and I get emblemed, like, I'm just never winning. But this gives me at least, like, a 5% chance at winning. Alright, so really crossing my fingers on a way to deal with the Gargaroth here. Liliana, Terminate, Maelstrom Pulse. I think it's just those 4. We got 2 Lilianas in our hand. We hit the Terminate. Alright, we're still behind to a lot of the things that they could do. But I mean, there's a chance they've drawn bricks, and if they keep drawing a couple bricks in a row, we could get there. One more attack on Chandra with Bloodbraid, plus a Kolaghan's command, gets the Chandra down. That's going to make it harder. But so will most of the things in their deck. Can Liliana to Edict that to get the Bloodbraid in again at the Chandra. Mm-hmm. Have they even used their Chandra yet? They have not, because it was at 7 and I hit it for 3. Well, the good news is they're not going to get a card off of it this turn. They are flame slashing. Alright, well, we get to use our K command to kill something. We can use our Renin 6 to finish the Chandra. Ooh, wow, we're actually possibly ahead now. I mean, they still have 2 seasoned Pyromancers in the yard. I still think we're not favored, but now we're not behind. I mean, this all started with that Bloodbraid hit on the Terminate. I mean, we still can't beat a lot. Land is one of the things we can beat. They're just doing this now. Don't know why now matters as opposed to at instant speed. Elf. Need to find a threat of my own. Land does not count. I think I'm gonna have to cash in the Ren and 6, just kill one of their dorks. Liliana can plus, discard something. I don't know. This Kolaghan's command does get back Bloodbraid. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw step the Kolaghan's command. Maybe that's greedy and I just have to get lucky. So this puts another edict in play. So I mean, I think I'm just gonna have to get lucky and let them draw a card. He's like, even if they hit nothing, they still have something to do with their mana. So I'll pass. Well, the thing is, I just went over that if I do it draw step and they discard something good, like they still have something to do with their mana. But if I'm able to defend this Liliana, I can still get an edict. Because like if they split it 1 and 1 to keep an edict off the table, they're just both at Liliana. Right, but like having them discard doesn't actually eat any of their turn. Because they have something to do. Yeah, see, now the Liliana can just plus it. To be fair, though, I have no idea why they're choosing this timing. Because, like, if I hit a Maelstrom Pulse now, it could really bite them. They didn't want to play a Blood Moon. That was a big miss. I mean, we've played this game, I think, the best we could have so far. We've played to our outs. We've done all the plays that help us get ahead, and we were ahead for a brief moment. We still have to get lucky. There are still lots of cards. They scooped? No way. Wow. Well, if you rewind like 5 turns, I would tell you that my chances of winning were less than 1%. Yeah, I mean, to be completely fair, don't think the opponent is very experienced. They gave us windows to crawl back into it, and we took those windows and ended up hitting. And another thing that makes me think that is the windows that they chose to use their Seasoned Pyromancer ability. I think we were still not a favorite to win that game. Like, they can suicide an elemental into the Bloodbraid to kill my Liliana. Alright, so I guess we're going to hope that they don't have 2 3-mana plays here. Funny that we have our 1 Liliana that we left in. They have the Blood Moon, I'm forced to take it. They do. They also have the turn 2 Pillage. At a minimum, we get to take a Seasoned Pyromancer. Ooh, that's even good, because now we can get basic Swamp. What's up, Drake? We just won an absurd game 1. Like, I think on turn 5, I would have told you I was less than 1% to win. Like, we had 4 lands untapped, and we had no board, and they had a Chandra on 7. It's ultimate range, and a Greater Gargaroth in play. And I cast Bloodbraid and hit Terminate, and then attacked the Chandra down to 4 to prevent the emblem. And then we somehow, after all of that, crawled through 2 Seasoned Pyromancers and came back. It was really, really weird. Yeah. I mean, the video's recorded. So, I mean, it'll be up later, and if you wanted to take a peek at it, you could. But it was really, really, really something. Alright, so getting Swamp here means that I'm not running 6ing on turn 2, but I really don't want to get Blood Moons. I mean, I guess I would take it if they had it, but I want to take the Seasoned Pyromancer too. Go. Yeah, maybe not being able to cast this on turn 2 is a mistake. Or turn 4, because we had a land get blowed up. Just kidding, didn't matter. I mean, if they brick exactly here, And we can run in 6 and get some of our lands back. That's the way we crawl into it. But if they just draw something stupid, then... Alright. So you're telling me there's a chance. Would really appreciate getting lucky one more time. Alright, let's get the basic swamp. Go. It's a good one. Can edict it with Liliana. That doesn't seem great, but it is something to do. I would really like to find a way to get my forest. I've already used 2 pillages. It's not super high chance that they're not playing anymore. Alright, well that's going to get pinged with the Ren. We've got lands to play. That's not a concern. Alright, and there's the way to get the forest, so that worked out beautifully. So let's just keep the board as clear as possible. I mean, there's a chance that plussing here could be good. Let's think about it as soon as... Well, this Liliana is hitting the battlefield no matter what. So, I mean, if they drew something big, they wouldn't have been able to play it yet, so... Like, if I plus here, they're going to get to attack either the Liliana or the Ren and 6. But we've got some really strong follow-ups. I think I am going to plus it here, because that means that if Bloodbraid hits removal, the removal's still live. Also, if this is somehow Veil of Summer, it doesn't suck. Yeah, it's like neither Planeswalker dies. Ooh, and it was a Bloodbraid. Rewarded. But yeah. So yeah, if we hit removal off of Bloodbraid, it's still live. Whereas if we minus here, it's dead. Still lots of stuff I really don't want to see off the top. Glorybringer, Gargaroth. Bunch of crap. And again, this is the only Liliana in the deck. We did sideboard out 3 of them. Going at Liliana makes some sense. And the bolt on Liliana. Rude. The question is, do Ponzilists usually run both GB and Garga? Oh, Gargaroth, and I don't know what GB is. Glorybringer? Oh, yeah. Yes. Now they do. They usually play some split of them because, you know, why not? They're both so good. Yeah. Alright, so... I can run in 6, get back a land. There aren't actually any more basics for this to get, right? I guess I still have another swamp in the deck. Yeah, they're both great. So, run in 6 is going up here. I mean, I guess I could just not use the fetch land. And still just play the swamp. I guess it could end up mattering, actually. Because they could, like, in theory, pillage a swamp again and then Blood Moon me. But I don't have any more double black spells in the whole deck. I mean, if they pillage the a swamp and then Yeah, this is, yeah, it doesn't work the way they want it to. So I think I should just play Swamp here. Cast a Blood Braid. Tarmogoyf, excellent hit. That's a clock. It's a 6/7. Extra thick. It's thick with 3 C's. Dummy thick. Indeed, Drake. I mean, they could still put us in trouble to a Glorybringer. Kill a Renin 6. Have a 4/4 exerted. Wow. I mean, that's definitely a match that I'm going to go back and watch. Because I want to know how I got out of that first game alive. They did a lot of things that I probably would have done differently. Like, they knowingly put their Chandra at 1 when we had a Renin 6 in play. That was pretty questionable. Also, they didn't really understand that they could activate Seasoned Pyromancer at instant speed. There were a lot of little things. I was ready to concede on like turn 5, but I was like, oh, I'll play it out because I'm streaming and I don't want to seem like a sore loser. But also, I don't think people want to watch me just losing for 10 minutes. We had 6 viewers, and in those 10 minutes, I actually lost half of the viewer count. But had they stuck around, they would have seen me win somehow. So, well, James, we can't 3-2. We're already 1-3. Yeah, I'm down to play some rock. We can get half our money back. You're good. I mean, if we're playing in something like Prowess or Burn, this hand's just like actually fine. Kill their thing on 1, play a Thickie on 2, have a backup threat. We've got a Blood Braid if we eventually hit our red. Oh, and they shock and steam vents. Alright, so it might be Storm. Could still be like blue-red Prowess or something. But I guess no 1-mana play on a 7 that gets kept is more likely Storm. I mean, this hand's fine against Storm. We can kill a Reducer and eat some stuff out of their graveyard. Ooh, second Goyf is good. So, if it is blue-red Prowess, it's going to feel pretty bad if I just cast a Goyf and then they bolt it or even burst lightning it. I mean, I definitely think I'm playing something this turn. I mean, if it's something like Storm, I'm going to really want to have this Ooze down. Like, if they just go Opt here and I have a Goyf in play, I would have been like, crap, I wish I had the Ooze. Alright, fair enough. So it's probably not Storm. But they played an Island, so maybe it's not blue-red Prowess. Just like a tempo deck of some kind. Yeah, it's the tempo deck of some kind. Unless it's Storm playing a single lightning bolt. They don't usually have room for multiples. Yeah, Drake, it could be blue-red control. I guess more likely Jeskai. Second, it could be Blue Moon. That's basically blue-red control. Come on, red source untapped. Close. Well, we'll get to cast Bloodbraid on the Cryptic turn. Blood Moon me, I dare you. Drew literally all my basics that don't care about Blood Moon. They could be the thing in the ice deck. Haven't seen it in a while, but it's following the pattern. Right, well this looks like the Cryptic command turn, so this would be an apt time to cast the Cascade spell. Raging Ramin's a pretty good draw too. This is like a secondary threat. Ooh, Liliana was an excellent hit. I'm assuming one of these things is getting countered. It's Remand number 3? Sure. Yeah, it's looking like Blue Moon. I guess we'll see if there's another color here. Nope. Yeah, here's a Sanctuary, for sure. Getting back. Remand. Remand Tribal. Seems like it. Remand Opt Tribal. Another one. You getting back another Remand? Maybe just an Opt this time. It's more Remands. So they're gonna Remand and then draw a Remand. Yep. I mean, I'm just gonna get them all out of the hand. So much value, yeah. That's Remand number 5, and it's only turn 6. Resolving spells is for chumps. That is the 5th one, right? They cast 3 and then bought 2 of them back. Pretty funny. Maybe we'll finally stick a Goyf though, who knows. They know we've got the Liliana, because they remanded it. Holy crap, it stuck. I almost don't believe it. Maybe this one sticks too then, unless they have another remand. I mean, Goyf's kind of hard for them to deal with, unless they have Magmatic Sinkhole. Watch them go like counter bounce. I'll facepalm. But alright. Try it again next turn. That card's going to be good against us long run. The first one's not so good. But even the second one's really good. The third one seems really good. And I'm not beating the fourth one. Number 4, which is actually number 7. What are the odds? I mean, each Remand drew him another card, right? That's 6 extra cards to find the fourth one. They even have the Sinkhole. Dumb. I mean, our hand's still loaded. They haven't actually... I swear if you get the stupid Remand back, they'll probably get Sinkhole back. Nope. They want Remand number 8. Fate seal me. Rude. Don't see much better use for these lightning bolts. Land's okay. So they could have mana leak. So let's play a Goyf. Then if it resolves, I'll shock in a land and then bolt Jace again. Jace down. This might be the window to get in either the Liliana or the Renin 6. They know about the Liliana, so I'll just jam that and maybe discard a Fatal Push. It worked. I mean, we know they have Remand on top, so like this was the window for the Liliana, given we only have 3 black. Electrolyze? Oh, I haven't seen that card cast in like 2 years. He's sweating, running out of Remands. He literally has cast 7, and he's got the 8th one in his hand that we know about. I haven't seen this card cast in so long. This used to be one of my favorite cards of all time. Boo! So I guess this is a magmatic sinkhole. Oh, I guess that kills the Liliana and draws a card, right? So we know they have a Remand. Opt. We can Renin 6 and ping the thingy. Alright, they bottomed with that. Opponent, yeah, they're just addicted to drawing cards pretty much. I still think we're gonna have a hard time beating Frantic Inventory. So we get to also play Mountain and jam with the Ravine. They could Remand this. We'll replay it. I don't think we'll jam with the Ravine. Although, this is the one window where Ravine can get out of bolt range if they tap out here. Alright, so there goes Remand number 8. Yeah, let's get in with the Ravine. Because again, this is the one time it gets out of range of the bolts. I mean, maybe resolving Renin 6 is better. I mean, this is a pretty big hit, though. I mean, they have to deal with this Goyf. If they find a Snapcaster, they'll be able to flashback Magmatic Sinkhole, which would do it. Or they could just get a Mystic Sanctuary. They've got 3 already. There's no guarantee they're playing another. They topped with that one, though, so that's worrisome. Ooh, Bob is excellent. I mean, in all honesty, if we attack with the Raging Ravine and they kill it somehow, we can Renin 6 it back, but they know about the Renin 6, so they're probably just going to kill the Goyf. Well, I mean, let's just go to combat and then try to resolve some spells. I think this is the record for how many Remands I've had cast against me. Or on 8. Alright, let's lead on the spell that they know about. Okay. I'd rather that one get snared than this one. Watch him snap snare. That'd suck. Cryptic. Counter draw. Yep. Now the real question is, do they have another Mystic Sanctuary? Looks like they don't. Maybe they wanted to counterbalance the Sanctuary. We could go for the kill. This makes me more want to go for the kill because we can just play another Goyf second main. Tap bounce. Or sorry, tap draw. Sinkhole. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have any types to take out, right? We have land, creature, planeswalker, instant. Alright. You got 2 Goyfs to deal with, opponent. Uh-oh, that's a draw 2. Ready for the Cryptics to fog us, like, infinitely? Return and tap, yep. Interesting they didn't want to just tap the Mystic Sanctuary that they were bouncing. So now they can play a Sanctuary, put a Cryptic on top. Sweet. Alright, I guess they didn't have a way to fog it again for a turn. Alright, 8 Remands can't stop us. I really like Ashiok because it stops the Mystic Sanctuary-ing. And they're also playing the that instant speed accumulated knowledge thing. Seems like a spot for Collective Brutality. Gonna take out Inquisitions. I don't want to overboard on hand disruption effects. And Brutality is good because it takes things like Cryptic Command. Don't think this is a spot for Terminate. Bob's pretty fragile here, but if they don't kill it, we kind of just win. Pulse kills Jace, so not going to take that out. Honestly, we didn't see a whole lot that Abrupt Decay kills. This could be a mistake, but I'll take it out. If they're playing Blue Moon, I'll want it, though. Maybe Fatal Push has better days. I'll take out a double black card as a hedge versus Blood Moon. This has me needing to cut 3. Goyf is real hard for them to kill. You know what? I think I will take out the Abrupt Decay. They saw like a ridiculous amount of cards and we didn't see any Blood Moons. They might not be playing the set. They might just be playing 2 or 3, but we didn't see one. We need to cut 2 in about a minute. I like Liliana's less when they have a bunch of flash creatures like Snapcaster and they can also burn it down. I don't think I want to go lower than 2 though. Bolt doesn't do a lot, but it is good for killing Jace, so maybe I play 3 of them. It could also come up that I want to defend a Planeswalker of my own. Um, this is really, really close. I think I'm gonna mulligan it because I'm missing lands and I'm missing pressure and I'm missing meaningful ways to interact. I think I'm just missing way too much. This is better, not by much. Again, we have the ways to play around Blood Moon. And I doubt they're playing Pillage. I guess there's a world where I'll want to bolt something. You ready for the first remand of the day? Or first remand of the game? Oh. Well, now I might just hold the Thoughtseize for next turn and then plan on going Renin 6 plus Thoughtseize. We've got the mana for it. I guess I'll play Swamp here because I can cling plus Bolt if I really want to. Also, this is turn 4 is their Jace turn. Really don't want to jam something into their Remand and let them get the cycle off. Although they know that we'd be able to recast it, so maybe they don't even Remand it. Either way, I'll wait. Alright, well that's the way to actually get value off of the Renin 6, so that's welcome. Alright, well they do have the Remand. Got Electrolyze too, which is annoying. So like... We also just got the Jace, which is going to be hard to beat. I have the bolts for the Jace. I mean, am I just going to reserve myself to using both of the bolts on them? So, like, if I take Remand here and I cast Renin 6, I can plus to get the land back. But then they can just Snapcaster Mage, Opt. That seems pretty bad. I think I'm just going to take either Jace or the Cryptic, because those are the cards that I have a harder time actually beating. Tough spot. Their hand's just very good. Let's take a Jace. So when they go to Snapcaster and Opt here, I can cling the Opt and then just bolt the Snapcaster. That's fine too. I guess I just really want to hit the land, but Opt does that better. Let's get Stomping Ground. Ooh, Bloodbraid's good. I think I want to cast the Remand 6 off of the forest. So I can hold up Cling and Bolt. Don't think I need to hold up double Bolt here. I already can't recast it if it gets remanded. Alright, so here's their Cryptic turn. Despite it being their Cryptic turn, I don't think I want to cast the Bloodbraid. Because I would really love to not get remanded too, like snap remanded. I've got the Cling to target the Snapcaster target. Oh, they just drew another Jace, huh? Alright, well, let's see what they do with that. If they just zero it, I'll bolt it immediately. If they plus it, might have to bolt it a few times. Alright, well, let's let them make this decision first. Alright, and this makes me do want to play the Bloodbraid because I can bolt it and then use the Bloodbraid to finish it off. That does seem good. Put a card on top. That's good. I also wouldn't have just minded an untapped land, to be honest. Because then I can Cling their Snapcaster target. If this hits anything good, we're ahead. I qualify that as something good. Goyf is hard for them to outsize. Alright, Jace down. Alright, that's 2 Jaces we've dealt with. Pretty glad I took the first one, because the second one would have been somewhat of a headache. We would have had to have devoted like a turn and a half to kill the second one. And that buys them a lot of time when their hand is Snapcaster Cryptic. Yeah, James, doing pretty okay versus it so far. I mean, I think I've played it well, to be honest. I think if I do anything differently, I'm probably behind. Like, if I don't take the Jace, that first Jace, like I said, like I'd have to spend a turn and a half beating the second one. And then in that turn and a half, they'd be able to pull ahead with their Cryptic. Yeah, like blue-red control in general is kind of a slippery slope. It's all about picking timing against this deck, I think. Alright, so I've got Electrolyze on top. Blood Crypt's not a bad one. I think I'm content with the pressure that I have. I think I'll just go to a combat. Because I'd love to get the Remand 6 down. So like if they let me go to combat and crunch for 7, I can try to Remand 6 on a second main. Like if they Snapcaster here to like try to opt, I can just snipe it with the Cling. And I could also bolt it. They're targeting Remand. I just Cling the Remand. We hit another Goyf. Do I want to let this thing block the Bloodbraid? Probably not. Like, I would love to just keep him on the back foot. Like, I kind of get to do it all this way. Like, I bolt this, I cast Remand 6. Or I could just cast next Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I don't want them to bolt this. I want them to stay on the back foot. Yeah, I'll bolt this. Fair. Still crunching for 5 though. So maybe I just play second Goyf here. Like, we know about Cryptic, so maybe I want to start attacking from multiple angles. But if this Tarmogoyf resolves, they're kind of forced to spend their entire next turn burning the Cryptic. Alright, that's fine. Go. So now they're not forced to spend the turn burning the Cryptic, but they're still not in a good spot. Alright, so I can run in 6. If it resolves, I can get back a land, then cast Bloodbraid. Alternatively, I could just cast the Bloodbraid. But I think I'll go for the high upside play. Like, if they counter this, I'll just play the second one. Yeah, like, he could have Spell Snare, but, like, either one of my plays, we're getting countered with the Spell Snare, because they both cost 2, right? And, like, furthermore, like, I didn't know about second Ren and 6 at the time, but I do have a second backup threat. So, like, playing the creature, assuming whatever I play gets countered, I'll still be attacking on 2 axes. I'll be attacking on the damage plan and on the Planeswalker value plan. Whereas if I play Planeswalker and that gets countered, now I only have the creature plan. So I think long term this puts them in a more awkward spot. Drawing second copy Ren and 6 means that kind of doesn't matter anymore, but I feel like one of the ways I lose this game is by just taking too much damage myself and they burn me out. I'll just be extra safe. They're likely to, I guess, Cryptic to Fog this turn. Alright, well now they're going to have to. We'll still get a hit for 3. Thoughtseize was kind of a... Not like the perfect hit. Like, I guess Brutality would have technically been better. Alright, I'll leave you with an Electrolyze. James says, Blue Control just seems bad. I would not want to play this type of deck without black or white. Yeah, blue-red suffers from a few different things. Like, you don't really have a good removal spell. Like, they're kind of forced to play Electrolyze. Their best removal spell is, like, Magmatic Sinkhole. But that takes some time to get going. Because, like, you can't really spend it on the first couple turns. So you need a graveyard for it to work. Although, you could argue that your first few turns, if you're worried about removal, you could use something like Lightning Bolt, but even Lightning Bolt doesn't kill a whole lot. Like Tarmogoyf, like you can't necessarily sinkhole my Tarmogoyf, or even bolt my Tarmogoyf on like the first 3 turns. Yeah, they do struggle with the bigger creatures. I mean, in their case, they're just hoping to not let him resolve, which is why they're forced to play stuff like Spell Snare. But, I mean, to be fair, also, Spell Snare is just a good card. Like, in the right meta, it's quite strong. Is this the Electrolyze that I know about? I don't actually remember. That was not the greatest draw. Let's just go to combat. Jam for 3. Alright, for 5, put them to 3 is what I meant. And, like, now they have to be afraid that I'm just going to bolt them at any given time. How many did we board out? We boarded out 2, right? We boarded out 1. Okay, so there are 2 more left. They cast it? Alright, so they have 1 card I don't know about. Go. So I've got Cling to Dust up too, so like feeling pretty good. Alright, so that would usually get Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah, they need something. And to hope that I don't have the onboard Cling. But I mean I have the onboard Cling. Yeah, like this is never ever getting Mystic Sanctuary. I mean it is getting it, but it's not gonna work. Like, if they have Sinkhole, they might be able to destroy the Goyf. Can they take a type out of their yard? We have land, creature, instant, sorcery. They're the only one with Planeswalkers, so they can actually Sinkhole. Cryptic. Yeah, bouncing it makes more sense than drawing it, or than tapping it. Casually ticking up towards ultimate. I could start just like minusing. Yeah, let's do it. Ping. I mean, if they fetch, they just die to a ping next turn too. Just another Axis we're beating them on. Do they draw Sinkhole? I mean, even if they did, it's not really a game still. Wow, they drew the Sinkhole. Nice. Alright, so we're going to say, yeah, that happens. And that was their out, right? They don't know that it's not going to work. They know they can't fetch. Okay. Target your measly thing. Oh, I guess in their head, they can Sinkhole the Ren and 6. Alright, I'm just going to let this happen. Like, I have backup Ren and 6. Literally can't lose if I let this happen. Yeah, like if I Cling to Dust their thing and they draw something else, like the game just continues on, but I can just end it right now. So we rallied the 0-3 into the 2-3. To get some play points back. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick wrap up of the video. So, we started off pretty rough, but I mean, to be fair, our very first match, we played against something I already forgot. What did we play against round 1? I don't remember. Round 2 we played against Dredge-Vine, which is a pretty bad matchup. Round 3, we played... Wow, it's late. I forgot again. Does anyone remember what we played rounds 1 and 3? While that question's out there. Match 4, we got a pretty terrible matchup in red-green midrange, but we managed to eke it out by making some really tight plays and playing to our outs that we somehow hit. So we ended up 2-0ing red-green, which was a big surprise. And obviously now, blue-red was probably the best matchup we got all league. So that was an easy one to take. The Terminate was insane. There were multiple spots where I needed to kill something with a CMC higher than 3, and giving the opponent a land would have been really, really bad. Obviously, both of those comparisons are in respect to either Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. So yeah, I think that Terminate has overperformed. It killed Greater Gargaroth, for example. and it also worked to kill. I think I think it killed a. It killed something. Yes, we played Bant round 1. It killed something out of Bant. I think we killed an arrow with it. But yes, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, Bant was a horrible matchup because they were playing like Teferi and Path Exile. Teamer usually can't really deal with the Tarmogoyf super well, but the White Splash means that they can buy infinite time with Teferi, stop our Bloodbraid cascades, and also they have an easy way to get rid of Tarmogoyf in Path. But yeah, we just ran into some pretty rough matchups. I think we made the best of it. The best of it in this case being a 2-3. I was pretty happy with the sideboard. I brought in every card this league. Unfortunately, I didn't see the Alpine Moons versus the Field of the Dead deck in round 1, which was Bant. But had we seen them, they would have been great. So, I mean, every single sideboard card came in and was effective. So yeah, overall, I'm still pretty happy with the list. I just think we got a little we lost the matchup lottery this particular league. I mean, and despite losing the matchup lottery, we still escaped with a 2-3. So not great, but I suppose respectable. So yeah, if you like content like this and you'd like to see more, you can like and subscribe to this channel, or like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then you'll speaking of liking and subscribing, thank you for the follow, Drake. And so yeah, likes this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to get notifications for when more stuff like this goes online. I record about 5 of these videos minimum per week. For example, this is going to be the 5th Jund video going up within the past 3 days. So I put this kind of stuff up pretty frequently. If you want to catch my recording sessions live, I do it on Twitch, usually around 10 p.m. to around 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the link to the Twitch is going to be in the description of the YouTube video, and the link to the YouTube is in the description of my Twitch account. So if you're on one, you can find the other pretty easily, where you'll see all of my recordings. This was the 15th league, so you got at least 14 of the other ones by the time you're watching this one already uploaded. So until next time, enjoy some of the content I've already posted, and have a good one.